Shout out to Black Men. Welcome to Black Men United channel. And what's going on, brothers? Back here with another video. So I had spoke with a fellow brother. He's supporting my content. He be supporting my content. And his name is Miller James. And I want to say, man, we had a conversation over there on Brother AC channel. It was just me and him. He was talking about when I was gonna do a video about this. And he thought I forgot. So the thing is, man, you had this Keisha, and you can tell how she talking. And this is a Keisha's over there on Anton Daniels' panel that came out a couple weeks ago. I was gonna wait to talk about this, and yeah, I even spoke on this on my main channel, and I did a video about this, talking about how these dudes are getting destroyed by these Keishas on the panel, talking about what black men need to do. I'm like, that's what be. It's just, I don't know, man. But we're gonna get to the clip in a minute. But it's funny how these Keishas never take accountability. And you had Keishas that are chameleons. I don't care about what the chameleons, because they do the exact same stuff as the Keisha's hood and the Keisha culture. That's what they all do. But then all of a sudden, you had this Keisha with Lily over here talking about she's a Brad worshiper. And you can tell the way she talk. She over here defending everything that Brad do. And you know Anton Daniels, he do the exact same thing too. Everything that Brad do. But this is why my main reason why I don't want to talk about we gotta fight the system and all this and that. Because I'm gonna tell you, it be your own people that hold you back. If it's all about talking about black men in this sort of way that you about to hear, they will agree with the white supremacy. Now let's go ahead and get to this. It's gonna be a 9-minute and 30. It's gonna be a 9-minute and 30-second clip. But the thing is, I don't care about what these Keishas be doing. I don't care what they say. It's not my issue. It's not my problem. These pandering black males gonna sit there and let this Keisha, this Brad worshiper, why how she talk? She gonna use the exact same talking point that Brad is putting out there. But you know, this is the type of cooning that none of you simps that love praising Keisha. No matter, she can't do no wrong. You dudes ain't gonna have nothing to say when there's a Keisha out here that's cooning it up. But you'll spend most of your days calling black men coons and sellouts. And let's be for real, I don't even rock with Anton Daniels. I don't care about no Anton Daniels. But in this whole clip, you didn't see Anton Daniels talk. You just saw these pandering black males and these Keishas. It don't matter if they chameleons or it don't matter if they're Brad worshippers. They're the same globally. And you pandering black males, you looking silly for this. But let's go ahead and get to it.
And then looked at me and said, "Well, you sure? Because you won't be able to come back to Dawson." I said, and you know, she looked a little taken back, but that's fine. I never had to worry about it. It's just,
but Nikki, do you know how many women not taking down that deal?
Baby mama didn't.
That's why I say black women are the new white men, because now they have y'all are the overseers on the plantation now. It's y'all, they empower black women to keep black men in some type of check, whether it's calling the police on him. We're going to beat his ass and hit your side of the story later.
Right.
That's what it is. You guys, black women know this, and they know that we are at a disadvantage. And when they call y'all, they know they coming to y'all rescue, no questions asked. So,
And
No. Last I saw, it was.
And if you hear this Keisha talk, she really exposed herself. If you let her talk long enough, these Keishas will expose themselves as usual. And this is why I tell black men to reject Keisha culture. But Miller Jane, this for you, bro. Since you asked me, this is the video for you, man. Cause you asked me about it. And this is the video that I was saying in Brother AC video. This is what I was talking about. But let's go ahead and continue.
Black women going to jail for black men for taking the man after they broke out of prison.
No. The last time I checked, black men was the one that was going to jail for trying to defend y'all and all this and that. Or even getting sent to the upper room for trying to defend y'all from Pookie. No. Since when y'all had to defend black men? Well, the whole time y'all been rebellious against black men. So what we talking about? Stop lying. You see how these Keishas be lying, bro. But let's continue.
And not only that, y'all talk about child support. First off, black people are only 13-14% of the population. We are not the only people on child support. White people are the majority of the people on child support.
No, they not, you dummy. No, they not. What are you talking about? It's always been black men that been the main one, the leading ones that gotta pay child support. So what are you talking about? So stop the lies. Sure, you might have some brads that's out here that's paying child support, but it's not Brad as a collective not paying child support. It's only black men that's paying child support. Hey, you say that we were supposedly 13 to 14 to 12% of the population in America. Listen, man. This is why I say she a Brad worshiper, because she's literally over here defending Brad and his ilk. But when Brad get through with him, these be the exact same Keisha would get on here and try to do the reach back to black men and talk about black men should protect black women and all this and that. This is what they do. And yeah, you got a bunch of these simps, these pandering black males will agree with that, because these dudes are still stuck on the plantation with Keisha. That's the exact same trick that they were running on y'all back on the plantation. Back in chattel slavery on the plantation. When Brad was taking him on the Pound Town and all this and that, these Keishas would come back to black men and were giving black men the houses in Virginia. By getting taken on the Pound Town by Brads, you know, the reach back, as Brother AC said. But yeah, you got these dudes, they really silly, man. This is why I don't do panels with nobody. I just stay to myself, but let's continue.
Why do y'all make child support a black issue? Well, black women are going to jail for black men.
No, y'all, we ain't asked y'all to go to jail for black men. No, black men been going to jail for y'all. Black men, we was the ones that were putting our life on the line to make sure that y'all was good. And no matter how much we tried, y'all been the main one that backstabbed us. Y'all left the communities that black men built, and you created a Keisha community, and and the Pookies, y'all in that Keisha community, we do everything you can to live off the government, off y'all Democrat Party. That's what y'all did. So what we talking about? But let's continue.
So, I mean, it's just the same thing. And if that is the case, if black women are make child support a black issue.
And my bad for clicking through the video.
Well, black women are going to jail for black men. So, I mean, it's just the same thing. And if that is the case, if black women are the new KKK, how do we solve for the problem instead of just saying black women are the new KKK and not coming up with any type of solutions? Because it's easy to always say the same thing, but what's the solution?
Oh my God.
We've been saving, black women have been saving the day. I'm sorry, and sometimes I do have my criticisms towards black women, but it's like, let's live in reality. We can see what we see on the internet, and we can have our perception molded, but what do we see when we walk outside?
Not black women saving the day.
These white men and these Hispanic men and some of these other people, they're getting screwed over by child support.
You see how she defend Brads and Hithers. And keep it in mind, she's in a relationship with a Brad. She's a Brad worshiper. So you see, if you let this Keisha talk long enough, she really exposed herself, man. These Keishas literally be low-key exposing themselves. When you hear them talk long enough, this is why I be talking about black men. But let's continue.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, black women are the ones that's rallying for it, like really hard, especially.
No, they're not. White men are on it more. If white men are on it more, and if the majority of the population on child support, I think it's white women that are rallying to get child support more than black women.
Black women with them.
Exactly.
Saying, Molly.
No, because I know black women who either don't want their man on child support or pay the child support so he.
If you Keisha's of collective, if you didn't want black men on child support, why y'all put black men on child support anyway? Now, make that make sense. Because y'all be the main one that run the child support. And y'all be the main one that put, whenever you get tired, y'all put black men on child support. So what are you talking about, clown? What are you talking about? Now let's continue.
Doesn't go to jail.
That's a super minority. I guarantee you that.
Oh, here we go with this simp, man. You see what I be talking about, these dudes who be on that, oh, some not all. Oh, it's the minority. Oh, it's the minority of black women that do stuff like this. And yet they undermining you dudes behind your back. When are you simps gonna learn, man? I'm telling you, man, this is why I be talking about black men. And Miller James, if you watching, bro, this is what black men been talking about. But this is ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous. But let's continue.
To see things on the
that's a
internet.
minority.
Life.
No. It's y'all as a collective. Y'all had the same thought and the same mindset that y'all been having against black men. I don't care what you do, you pandering black males, content creators. I don't care what you say. That's them as a collective. So, what we talking about? You dudes will use that some not all black women are not their way word to try to defend black women's deviant behavior and try to save them from dodging accountability. This is what you simps like to do. Oh, some not all. This is what y'all love to use. Y'all love using that some not all word to defend their behavior. That's how funny you do. You literally getting played, man. You literally getting played. They literally showing y'all who they really is, man. But yeah, you pandering black males, content creators, you dudes are really this stupid, man. You really this dumb. You think coming after dudes like me, that's not, we don't, listen, we're not your problems, simps. We're not your problems. The problem is, look in the mirror, simps. Look in the mirror and tell me what you see. It's not black men that's the problem. Look in the mirror that you pandering black males, content creators, you refuse to address. Look in the mirror, but you be the exact same dudes that get on a panel and talk about, oh, we need to do this. It's like, you dudes looking this dumb to try to think that you could just get Keisha's to correct Keisha's. Like, come on, man. You dudes look silly, man. You pandering black males look silly. These, as I said before, and I've been saying this since I started YouTube and all this and that. These Keishas do not like correction, man. They do not like corrections. I've been saying this for almost 11 months. Almost 11 months that these Keishas do not like correction. But let's continue.
So I can guarantee you right now.
We complain about child support, but not the fact that the black community don't get married.
And that's Keisha. That's your community, Keisha. Keisha community. Explain why it ain't the black marriage ain't high enough. Because you Keishas will go and file for the divorce at a higher rate. Y'all be the main one talk about getting married, but be the main one filing for the divorce. Because y'all, it ain't because a man is cheating on you. No, you just doing that because you wanna listen to the Keisha hood and listen to Keisha and y'all had the Keisha coaching in y'all. And y'all said let other Keishas tell y'all this stuff. And yet, but see, that's y'all as a collective. Y'all would listen. Y'all will bring destruction to black men and even cultivate it into black children. Y'all even cultivate that into the black children. And having this thing against black fathers. But let's continue.
Y'all got to.
But that's the whole purpose.
That's
though.
black women
The
fault, but it's
purpose-
black men in prison, so maybe they do want to marry.
They love using that black men in prison stuff. What black men are you talking about? Y'all love using it. Y'all love bringing up that old school 1990s statistics. You don't see black men going to jail like that. Sure you got black males, the poogies. But black men most of the time ain't going to jail. So what are you talking about? So you listen, I'm not a dummy. Y'all love using that old school statistics from the Democrat Party. Y'all love using that stuff. That's exactly what you Keishas like to do. Oh, the reason why, and this is what they be saying because they trying to justify them being a brag worshiper. They'll say things like, well, if black men would get themselves off their feet and be the leaders, oh, we would follow their leadership. That's another excuse. That's their way of trying to justify them being a brag worshiper because they can't be under the black man leadership because they been told that they can't do no wrong. They strong, independent. They don't need no man. They said that they not trying to be under a struggle, love. That's why these Keishas are against 50-50. But you'll see the exact same Keisha that say this stuff, and next thing you know, they getting taken on a Pound Town tour by Pookies. create more kids out of wedlock. And I did a video about this, about K Michelle was getting on here saying the exact same stuff, and then she tried to blame black men for 20% of pookies that's doing that. But you got 80% of these Keishas literally getting taken on a pound town by 20% pookies. But they don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about that. But let's continue.
We gotta marry y'all when y'all locked up.
So now all black men locked up. Well, that's
But hold up. No. But y'all just, black men in the black community are always the victim.
All black men ain't locked
This
up.
is why the black community is weak, because the women
But that's
are
what
the
black
victim.
women always
And y'all
go
don't wanna
to.
do
They say
anything.
black men locked up and gay. That's
But
some
y'all make
bullshit. There's a lot of good
excuses.
black men out here y'all just don't fuck with.
Just right off the rip with making excuses. This is what these Keishas tell you, black men. These Keishas will pretend like they on your side, but they'll backstab you by saying that black men is this and that. And I gotta do a live stream on this. I gotta do a live stream about this tomorrow on my main channel. I gotta do a live stream on this tomorrow. Shahrazar Ali was coming at Kevin Samuels. Before, like, after when Kevin Samuels died, Shahrazar Ali, this Keisha, she exposed herself. That was a chameleon Keisha, claimed, a Keisha that is a chameleon, claimed that she loved black men. But the whole time she was on here talking trash about black men and all this and that on her platform, on the Brad's platform. And she made horrible, and then she was over here laughing when Kevin Samuels has died. This is why I tell you, brothers, man, there is no correction. You can't correct these Keishas, man. You can't correct them. But let's continue.
$100,000, 6 feet tall, y'all with that I ain't 50-50, all that bullshit going on. Every black man ain't locked up.
That was right before the commercial came on. I had the screen recorded.
Expectations on the black man is the reason why they're not allowed rape, like a lot of marriage.
Y'all don't have any expectations for yourselves. That's why y'all think y'all are victims, and that's why y'all think white people are better. Y'all don't expect anything for yourselves.
But that's the whole point.
Y'all will never get ahead because white people exist. That's sorry.
I don't know what black man you talking about. That's all I said.
The ones I'm listening to every day.
Let me just speak on this real quick, because I like what she said. Our people are not worried about getting married, but they are worried about getting child support. It's because that they still want to benefit from a man that they don't want to be with, that they don't like, that they hate.
Why is this only a black issue if black people are the only ones on child support?
They need to stop depending on these men for their resources.
No, they don't. That's what men are for. No. Who do they depend on?
Listen.
If they don't depend on men for resources, they depend on the women. Then y'all say the women are masculine.
Follow what I'm saying real quick. The purpose of the resource is for the man to marry you and actually stay with you. The resources are not there just for any woman that says, oh, I want to shake my ass in front of you and I'll do a little something for you. I'm going to give you head or something like that just to get a resource. The resources of the men are for the women that have value. That's why the women should be getting married with these men, but they're not. What they're doing is they're laying with these men, they're being hoes, and they're going suck their dick, and they're going through it and pop it for
Here we go with this.
And then they want to say, oh, I don't like this man anymore, and then they want to go dump him, but they already pregnant, and then they want to have these babies, and then now they want to say, oh, I'm going to go and take you to court, I'm going to do this.
That's only in the black community. No other race is a baby mama.
They moved on to someone else, and
You just made yourself look horrible. We know that for sure, Keisha.
They want to get mad. They want to get bitter because now they don't want that baby around this man or that woman.
That's not
So
race
then next
specific,
thing you know, they all
It's not
up
a
in
black
court,
woman
and then they got
specific
all this
issue.
stupid mess going on. And then whenever they got friends like me that tell them, hey, you don't need to be putting that man on child support.
Like I said, I don't care what these Keishas be saying. I don't care. The fact is, these dudes out there let these Keishas control them. Run all over them on the platform. If I say, listen, this is what brothers be talking about. If you hear these Keishas talk long enough, they really be exposing themselves. And this is why black men, this is why I don't do panels with none of these Keishas. I've been explaining that since day one on my main channel. Why I don't do panels with these Keishas. I've been explaining that since day one on my main channel. But let's continue.
You need to go ahead and go heal yourself and find you a good freaking husband and cut that junk out and stop
No
being
reach back.
some
Nope.
kind of Jezebel or harlot that's just going out here doing whatever.
Because y'all had a chance to come clean. And yet y'all made it even much worse. But let's continue.
But no, these women get mad whenever women want to hold them accountable and tell them, hey, you shouldn't have done that to begin with. You should have been right. You should have went married that man. You should have did something with your life. But no.
And look at and hear these simple. Yeah. And I bet you this is the same Keisha said that. She get off the camera. She tricking. She in her mind, yes, I got these dudes agreeing with me. And I don't rock with everything they say. It only take for a Keisha to shout you dudes out and give you support. And you dudes would talk about, oh, some not all. There's some good Keishas over here. Look at this one. Where this is a good one. Oh, it's another Keisha. She's a good one. Man, I don't rock with nail one of them. There's your answer, simp. I don't rock with nail one of them. That might be you, but I don't get down like that. But let's continue.
Want to get mad because the man told him, cover your ass up. Stop shaking, stop twerking on the internet. Stop
Nobody's telling these women that though. Come on.
Man, yeah, they do. As soon as they tell them chicks talking about, you can't tell me what to wear.
And this is not race
women don't
specific
want to
though.
hear it. And so these
Soon as a man, because that's moving the goalposts. Talk about it's not just black people. All we talking about is black people right now. It's really the modern woman, period. So it can go for all races, but we talking about black people right now. So don't move the goalposts. We talking about black. It say black men and women. So since we talking about black men and women, that's what.
You see how this Keisha is interrupting. But we're gonna talk about this on my main channel on the live stream tomorrow. We're gonna do the live stream around at 12 o'clock tomorrow. 12 o'clock afternoon tomorrow. But let's go ahead and continue.
We gotta talk about it. And you can't tell them shit. As soon as you tell them something, they go to, I got my rights, you can't tell me what to wear, you can't tell me what to do, all of that shit. We've all dealt with it. You probably dealt with some of it yourself. I done seen these podcasts. You deal with it all day long. So you know what it is.
It's just an example. Like
until y'all stop killing each other and then saying free Ray Ray, then y'all can come talk to me about child support. Y'all have bigger fish to fry. Y'all can't stop killing each other. Y'all can't stop being
like I said, if you hear these Keishas talk long enough, that's the problem right there. That's the main reason why these Keishas are the problem. Cause they don't know how to be quiet and let a man explain. They sit here and they talk all over, man. And this is why I've been having an issue about this. This is why I tell you brothers, man, you gotta stop saving dudes who be literally doing panels with Keishas, man. And letting these Keishas just control them and and walk all over them. You gotta stop doing that, bro. But let's continue.
reason why y'all are putting each other in prison. But child support is not your biggest
child
issue.
support is just a small example.
Child support is not your biggest issue. There's men have women who times y'all down in prison might be part of y'all issue. Maybe y'all need to start getting abandoned until y'all can start being more stronger for y'all communities. All you do is cry.
What community? The Keisha community that y'all created? Absolutely not. I would never stand up and help y'all fix the Keisha community. That's y'all. That's something that y'all Keishas created as a group. Y'all created that. So that's y'all community. But let's continue.
All y'all do is cry, but y'all are supposed to be the best thing out here. Black men are supposed to be the best thing out here, but y'all cry.
See what I'm saying? That's why how she defend Brad. And she was just over here saying she was a Brad worshiper.
Y'all say how y'all can't beat white men, but white men are supposedly weaker than y'all. Come on. It gets old.
You see how she just defended Brad? But these will be the exact same ones will talk about black men. They don't like when black men get with bickies and all this and that. You see why they defend Brad image? Because they're Brad worshippers. And I'm going to show you this. Take you back to David Carroll with this one.
Because his white skin covers a multitude of imperfections and sins.
Now let's continue.
What are y'all solutions? Y'all don't have any solutions because y'all blame everybody and y'all don't take accountability.
What are you talking about? We've been taking accountability for decades. No, that's your projection. You Keishas as a collective, y'all don't know how to take accountability your doggone selves. So when you hear these dudes, and you gonna have some slow Negroes in the back. Oh, maybe she white, black man. Oh, we do need to take accountability. I'm like, man, shut up, man. Shut up, you simp. Shut up. Go if you wanna be like that, be a simp, go ahead. I could care less, man. But when it comes to on these panels, you are the exact same dudes will have the same smoke and the same energy when they come to Keishas, because Keishas be trying to destroy you in the bait by trying to talk all over you and act like your opinions don't even matter. But you have all this, but you spend most of your days on your channel bashing black men. But this is why you simps get walked all over. This is why. But let's continue.
Wow. You talking about a minority of black men doing that shit you talking about.
You just blame the KKK, but you want to say black women are against you.
Yeah, y'all is against us. And she just literally defended KKK. You see what I'm saying? I don't defend Brad image no way. I don't defend nobody's image. No Becky's, no Maria's or Ling Lings. I only defend black men. But let's continue. And this clip is almost over with. So let's go on and get this out of the way.
But black men kill each other. Okay,
that's a minority. You acting like that's all black men. That's a minority. You bringing up a minority status trying to attribute that to all black men. That's the shit that's been going on.
There's different demographics of people in general. And these women that are this way, the joke you guys are speaking of, somebody is choosing them. Somebody is laying down with them. Somebody is choosing them.
That ain't choosing, that's just fucking them.
Okay, semi different.
That's the big difference.
No, not for women. It's not a difference.
Now you heard that. Like I said, if you hear these Keishas talk long enough, they really expose themselves. And they really just be showing you who they really is. They sit there, little man, these males, these simps. They talk all over these simps. They don't even give the simps the chance to explain. But see, this is for you pandering black males, content creators. They be sitting there having all this smoke for black men. You see how these Keishas, when you get on the panel and try to correct Keishas, you see how they they sit here and talk all over you like your opinions don't matter. You see that? But you're not going to talk about that. But you're going to keep blaming black men and all this and that you simps like to do. My bad. This is what you simps would do. And then she's literally over here defending Brad's image. And she's a Brad worshiper. Cause she was on she literally say she was married to a Brad. But she literally over here talking negative about black men. You always pay attention to the mindset, black men. When you hear them talk about, oh, this is the main reason why we date white men and Hispanic men and Asian men, because black men don't know how to be leaders and all this and that, all that is cap. No, that's their way of trying to justify themselves of being Brad worshippers, because these Keishas hate themselves. That's something that they'll accuse black men is doing. But the whole time, they'll say black men hate themselves. That's something that these Keishas like to do. Imagine if black men would have said, well, this is why the main reason why we date white women, because y'all don't know how to do this and that. They would say it's self-hate, black men are colorists and all this and that. This is what these Keishas like to say. But when they say that, why they date white men, because they trying to say that, oh, black men don't know how to lead. That's their way of justifying them being a Brad worshiper, because they been a Brad worshiper the whole time. When things don't go their way, this is how they think in their minds. They want to be a Brad worshiper because they didn't want to follow black men leadership, but then they'll say, talking about some, oh, black men don't know how to lead. This is why the white man is. But I'm like, man, this is what I be talking about. You got simps with these Keishas up, no matter what they say. But they'll have smoke for black men all day. These simps just like them. But I don't respect these dudes, man. Like I said, these Keishas and these pandering black males, they were made for each other. They was made for each other. But let me go and hop out of here, man. It's been a long, almost 40-minute video. But yeah, black man, this is gonna be the only video. And then tomorrow we're gonna do a live stream on my main channel, Black Men Speak the Truth Reaction channel. But Miller James, this is the video, this is the clip I will talk about, bro. This is what I was talking about. And salute to you, bro. Salute. It's been a minute since I ain't hear from you, Miller James. Salute. But yeah, let me go and hop out of here, man. This is an anti-simp zone. Black men delineate from these pandering black males and delineate from zest mites and reject Keisha culture at all times. And peace out, man. I'm out of here.